Hi guys, got another page in my traveler's notebook today, and today all I am going to use is one 6x6 paper pad and this awesome Funday week stamp from Kelly Stamps. So I based my whole page off that stamp because my favourite day of the week probably has to be Sunday. And so there is a Sunday Funday in there, and I thought, why not document one of our awesome Sundays? So I've printed out 6 little photos from our day, and now I'm just going to go through this paper pad from my mind's eye and just pick out a few of the papers that I think might work well. So I sort of picked this paper pad because of the colours. They really, they worked well with my photos, so I'm going to go with that this week. So I've picked out 2 of them. I wanted patterns that were sort of bold but not too in your face. So I've got a little text one for the right and this really pretty red arrow for the left. And literally all I'm going to do is just stick them down, one on one side and one on the other. So I do leave a tiny gap over the spine of the book, but apart from that, I'm just sticking it straight down. So I haven't cut them yet, I'll just stick them down as 6x6s and then I can trim off the edge of the paper there. Now I can just arrange my photos and stick them down in a grid pattern on the right hand side. This is a really fun way to use up all those 6x6 papers and pads that I know I've got a lot of. It does sort of annoy me that you can't buy a paper pad the right size for a traveler's notebook, but I do have heaps of these 6x6 pads, so this is a fun way to use it all up. So I'm going to do my journaling on the left, and I'm going to do it on this piece of pattern vellum paper. So I'm just sort of folding it and trimming it to be the right size. And I'm going to stamp the Sunday Funday at the top, but I want to stitch around the edge of this vellum, so the stamp's going to be just slightly too big. So don't hate me, but I did cut the stamp in half. So I can layer it on my block the way I need it to fit on the page, and then it still fits perfectly back together the way it's intended to. So it is just another option if you want to split your stamps that way. So I really carefully stamped that down just with some stays on, and now I can type my journaling out onto the vellum, and I have also stitched around the edge with white thread just with my sewing machine. So I grabbed this pattern out of the book because I really loved that large floral and I wanted to cut it out and use it as an embellishment. So like I said, I'm only using paper pad for this page, so I needed a way to create some embellishments. So I am going to, well, not so carefully, fussy cut this floral out here. So I'm only cutting the one because it's only a small page, so I don't need plenty of these. And I'm also going to use this to stick down my vellum. So I'm just gluing a little corner of it onto the vellum, and then I can glue just where that was. I'm also adding a little bit of glue where my title is stamped because it sort of hides the glue marks a bit. And then I can just trim off the pieces that hang over the page. Now that piece of floral was quite large, and I did wonder whether I could use it up here because I really felt like the page needed something on the top right. But instead I'm going to use this other pattern, and I'm going to use the sort of grid lines that are on it to cut out a banner. I loved that pattern paper. I really wanted to use it because it has the gold foil on it, so I really wanted to add a little bit of that gold foil sparkle, of course. And just to make it stand out a little bit more, I'm going to add just a tiny sliver of the same red, which will help tie the 2 pages together as well. I'm just going to carefully glue those down together on the top right, trim it down, and that's my page all done. This was a really fun challenge not to use any embellishments, just to use the paper pad. I think I'm going to do that a bit more because, like I said, I have so much paper. If you want to keep watching, there's a couple more videos on screen. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!